Hey everybody out there, welcome back to DIY and That. Since it's the holiday season and there's some Black Friday bargains to be had in AVE's language, I thought we'd take a look at the Home Depot and Lowe's ads and see if there's any good tool bargains. I'm going to concentrate on basic stuff that everybody needs. There's a lot of optional or nice to have things that are out there, but I want to concentrate on basic tools so that if you would like to upgrade your tools or fill in a hole in your tool list or buy something for somebody, buy something for a loved one, thought we'd go through here and just take a look. I'm not planning on editing this video very much, so it may be a little rough in spots, so you have to bear with me. So here's the Home Depot ad. This is the Black Friday one. This is good until December 1st. First of all, there's a pretty decent kit here for Ryobi. Ryobi is not a top-line tool, but it's not garbage either. It's sort of at the top end of the consumer tools category. And for DIY stuff, tools are perfectly adequate. They're a little bit less money than some of the other brands, and I have used various tools that they've had, and I've had good luck with them. They're plenty sturdy enough for a DIYer, so I wouldn't hesitate to buy them, especially if you're on a budget. This set here is, we have for $199. It has two. This is a cordless tool set, by the way. Has two batteries, one 1.5 amp hour and one 4 amp hour. That's good because usually with the starter kits you get both of them 1.5 amp hour, so that's good. You have an extra capacity battery. So you have impact driver, drill, flashlight. Always good to have a rechargeable flashlight around. Circular saw, a multi-tool, and a full-size reciprocating saw. Usually these kits have a mini reciprocating saw, so that's nice to have. I think that's a pretty good deal for $199. Basically, it has all the basic tools you would need to do most DIY projects, so I think that's a pretty good bargain. When we go down here, we got some more serious stuff. Here's a Milwaukee Kit, an impact driver, and a drill for $149. I have a lot of Milwaukee tools. They're excellent, very sturdy. They last a long time. So that is a very good price for that, and that's a good kit to start with. Milwaukee also has one of the better battery systems for the cordless tools. So I would not hesitate to buy that. That is if you are looking for those tools, that's a really good set to have. And as I said, Milwaukee has all the stuff's quality, so you can't really go wrong. Now, I don't own any DeWalt cordless tools, so I don't know how good they are. I know a lot of people use them, they like them. I had a bad experience with some of their hand tools. I bought some drill driver accessories and utility knife and things a few years ago. They were on sale at Ace Hardware, and they were all crap. All the drill driver things broke. The utility knife was a monstrosity. So that may not have anything to do with their power tools, but unfortunately it soured me a bit on what they have. I don't think this is a bad price for what they're offering. It's pretty much equivalent to the Milwaukee, but I just, based on that experience, I'm a little hesitant. I know I'm going to get hate mail for that because a lot of people swear by DeWalt, but I'm just a little hesitant because of my experience, so I can't say one way or the other to buy or not buy. I think the price is decent. It's pretty much equivalent to this Milwaukee set over here, so you know, it's up to you. If you like DeWalt, that's not a bad price. Here's a Makita set over here. It's $20 more. I had really good luck with Makita. I have a bunch of their tools. They've been very sturdy, lasted a long time, so again, I would recommend them, and this is again a good price. So if I was going to buy another set, I would either go with the Milwaukee or the Makita. As I said, just based on my own experience. So if you're looking for that, those are two good ones. And we'll just scroll down through here. If you do not have a mechanics tool set, this is a good buy. I bought some Husky mechanics tools. They seem pretty sturdy. Haven't any problem with any of them. There is a lifetime warranty, so can't really go wrong with that. And I looked at this set in more detail online to see what was in it. It's got 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive sockets, ratchets, a set of wrenches, and some other items. I think basically that will cover about 95% of anything you will ever need to do, unless you're working on heavy equipment like tractors or backhoes or something like that. You would need to work with bigger fasteners, but for automotive use or just general use around the house, this is really good. Other than some specialty automotive tools that you might need at some point, this is going to cover just about everything, and it should last you forever. So that is a very good price for that. So if you're looking for a mechanic set, that would be a good buy. Let's scroll down here. Of course, they have a lot of other stuff on sale that has nothing to do with tools, so we'll keep going. All right, here's a Milwaukee 2-piece flip utility knife set. These are really good. The thing I love about it, and I have one, which I was going to show you, but I managed to misplace it yesterday and can't find it. You can open them with one hand. There's a button on there that you push, and then you can just flip it open one-handed. You can also close it one hand. You push the button and just push it against something, and it'll shut back up. It's really nice to have a knife that will open one-handed. So that's a good deal. That's a good price on those. There's two of them. I think I paid almost that much for one of them. So I would strongly recommend that if you don't have a decent utility knife. Over here we have some Husky wrenches. If you're not going to buy a mechanics tool set, this is a good set of wrenches. There's both metric and freedom units, and for that price you're getting 28 wrenches. That's less than $1 a wrench. That's pretty good price there, so I would go ahead with that. If you do not have an air compressor, $100 for an air compressor is a good price. I have this air compressor. It's a good compressor. Works really well, sturdy, well built. So that is a good price. Doesn't have a huge tank on it, but it'll do. It'll inflate your tires. It'll run a small paint gun. It's a very good compressor if you don't have one, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So it's also portable, even though it's kind of heavy. So that's something that you might want to consider also. Go down to the Christmas decorations. Let's see what else we can find. We've got, okay, here's the heavy duty stuff. If you got a little more money, this kit from Milwaukee here is a good kit. You get, again, an impact driver and a hammer drill in this case. These are the Milwaukee Fuel version. The Fuel has a brushless motor in it, and it gives you more power, and the batteries last longer between recharges. The motor's more efficient. So I have a Fuel impact driver, and I like it a lot. So even though they're more money here, this is a good deal, and you get a free tool with it. So for example, you could take this and pick up they're calling this a jigsaw. It should be called a saber saw. Everybody calls them jigsaws. That's not correct, but I digress. That is a good deal because you're going to get three fuel tools for $400. So that's really a good deal. And down here we have this is a 5-tool set. These are not the Fuel version of it, but they have the regular version, but that's okay. You have here a flashlight, impact driver drill, a mini reciprocating saw, and a circular saw. That's a good pile of tools to use if you don't have any cordless tools. That's a good. That's a nice package there. That'll do a lot. That'll meet a lot of your needs. So I would, if you can spring for the $300, that's a nice set for yourself or a nice gift for somebody. Down here we have Milwaukee impact bits. I love these. I have a set. They are the only bits that I have had so far that I have not stripped or broken one of the bits on. They seem to be really tough. They don't wear. I just can't say enough about them. And you get those two boxes full of them for $25. That's a really good deal. And there's some drill bits also included down here. So I heartily recommend that if you need those items. The only thing I am going to say, there is one negative. The cases these come in are horrible. They hold onto the bits so tight when the case is new that you have to use a screwdriver, pliers rather, to pull the bits out. And then once the case loosens up, they loosen up so much that they won't hold the bits. So that is a slight negative. The bits, as I said, are fantastic. I would still buy them regardless of the case. Just be aware that that is the cases are kind of a nuisance. Now, here's another two really good Milwaukee deals. We got a trim, we got a rafter, we have a set of squares, one 7-inch, one 4.5-inch. I have the 7-inch square. It's a really nice square. It's well made. It's very sturdy. Metal's real thick. Be hard to bend that or screw it up in any way. And if you need a set of squares, and everybody needs a set of squares, that's a good deal. I may, if Santa is nice to me, and these are still on sale after Christmas, I may go pick myself up a second set, even though I have the one. Over here, I have the Milwaukee tape measure, 25 foot. I think I paid more than that for one, and they have two here for the price. These are very sturdy, they're good. If you need a general use tape measure, I would not hesitate to pick these up. So that's another good deal. Let's go down here. As I said, I can't really tell you about the DeWalt. I don't know one way or the other. I would avoid all the drive accessory drill bit type of things because, as I said, I had terrible luck with them. As far as the power tools are concerned, I don't know what to tell you. Here's some more Ryobis down here. A slightly different set, 5-piece set here. It's got a, or is that the same one? Hold on one second. Let me go back to the top. Sorry for the scrolling. Nope, that is not the same set. Slightly different. Slightly different Ryobi set. Ryobi, sorry, I'm mispronouncing it. That does not have the circular saw, but it has, let's see what's different. It does not have the circular saw, but, oh, these are brushless. Okay, so that's why it's a little more money. Ryobi has a brushless tool line also. I believe that's what the HP stands for, and so if you want to go with the brushless tools, this has a slightly different set of tools in it than that first one we showed. And over here is the Ryobi brushless impact driver and drill set. Again, price is decent. I would probably spring the other $20 to get the Milwaukee set if I was going to buy that, but it's a perfectly good set, as is this. I think you'll get good use out of them. I did not have good luck with Ryobi drill bits or the impact drivers. They weren't junk, but the drill bits were dull out of the box, and maybe I just got a bad box, I'm not positive. And the drivers were okay, but they didn't last a tremendously long period of time, so I would probably skip that. That other Milwaukee offering was not a heck of a lot more expensive than this, so I'd probably go with that. One of the nice things about the Ryobi cordless line is they've got a lot of little handy tools for not much money. Here's an inflator to inflate your tires with. It's only 20 bucks. Even full price, it was only 37, which isn't bad at all. And you can see down here they've got a on sale right here. They have a full-size reciprocating saw. They got a trim router, various things. That's a good price. So that's one of the nice things about the Ryobi thing. They have a lot of tools on it, and they have garden tools, blowers and weed whackers, and they even have a stick vacuum, which is nice. So you know, if you do decide to go with Ryobi rather than one of the pro level brands like Milwaukee or Makita, there's a lot of nice options you can get with that. So just keep that in mind. Let's zip down through here. I don't think any of this is. Oh, okay. All right. So we get to, here's a Makita set, and these are brushless. So we have the impact driver and again a hammer drill. But in this case, you get two tools. So here's an example of what you can do, and this is not all the tools you have option to. If you picked up this set for $3.99 and took the saber saw and the circular saw as the other two tools, you would be pretty much set. You would have pretty much everything you needed to do almost all DIY projects. So that's a good deal. And again, if you can spring for the money on it, very good quality tools, and that 4-tool set will stand you in good stead. I have not tried Rigid's cordless tools. I did have a miter saw from them. I really liked that miter saw. It was really, it was well laid out. I liked the way it worked. The table was nice and big on it. One day, I don't know what I did, but I did something untoward, and I jammed the blade guard into the blade, and the blade guard exploded and flew past my head into the yard. Not that it would have done any damage if it hit me in the head, but you know. Anyway, I digress. Unfortunately, it was about 15 years old, and I couldn't get parts for it to put the blade guard back on, and it's not a good idea to operate a miter saw without a blade guard on it, so I had to pitch that in the trash, unfortunately. I was kind of sad about it because I really liked the saw. It was a really good quality tool, so I expect that their tools would be good. As far as I understand, these are supposed to be somewhere between the Ryobi, which is at the top end of the consumer level tools, and the Milwaukee Makita level, which is the pro level tools. So they're kind of prosumer, and so I'm guessing that they would be good, the cordless tools. So again, you have a impact driver and drill set here for $119, and what the nice thing about that is it has the 2 amp hour, two 2 amp hour batteries instead of the 1.5 amp hour, so that's nice. And over here, there's a brushless tool, which again has the 2 amp hour battery. This is just the drill, but it is brushless, and if you just needed the drill, that would, and you had rigid tools already, or didn't have any cordless tools, that would be a good buy. When you're buying a cordless tool, you're buying the battery system, because once you get committed to a particular battery system, you don't want to have to buy other brands, because then you got to stock up on other batteries, and batteries are expensive. So you're kind of making a commitment when you start. So just keep that in mind as you go along. So this is, and the other thing about this is it's subcompact. Some of the tools are a little bulky, not generally cordless tools, but corded tools in particular. Some of them are pretty bulky. And if you have smaller hands, the subcompact may feel more comfortable to you. It probably is lighter, although it doesn't say that here. So if that's a consideration for you, you might want to look at the more compact ones. Let's go down here a little bit. We talked about mechanics tools already. Let's see what, okay. It's always good to have a couple adjustable wrenches about. Here's a genuine Crescent wrench set. These are usually referred to as Crescent Wrenches because they were the company that originated them. So this is the genuine Crescent Wrenches. There's 2 pieces here. There's a 10-inch and a 6-inch. That's a nice set. It's got rubber grips on it, so keep you from slipping. And for $15, that's a good set. So again, if you don't have adjustable wrenches around, you should buy them. By the way, these the mechanics sets that you buy tend not to have the adjustable wrenches in them. They have plenty of sockets and regular wrenches, but not the adjustable wrenches. So you might, even if you buy that mechanics set I mentioned, you might want to pick these up. Let's see what we got down here. We have got, here we go. Over here, these are called Speed Daemon 10-piece spade bit set. All right. What they are is they are a spade bit, but they have a screw pilot on them, so the screw draws the bit into the work, so you don't have to lean on it so hard. It self-feeds. I have a set of the Bosch version of these, which I love. I use them all the time. These are for rough, general work. They don't cut a real clean hole, but you know, for carpentry or you know, just general outdoor work where you're working on outside projects, they're good for that. And they are very easy to use because you don't have to put the pressure on it, so they're less fatiguing. So if you are in the market for a set of spade bits, that's definitely a good set to buy. Let's see if there's anything else down here. Appliances. Appliances. Okay, here's a few other things down here. I'll get towards the end of this. Over here we have a Milwaukee impact compatible drill bit set. That's a good price, $14.97. Again, I've used these drill bits. They're really good. They tend to be pretty sturdy, and they come out of there sharp and stay sharp. So that is a good, if you need a general set of twist drill bits, that's a really good set. Everybody needs screwdrivers, so we have over here, we have a Husky set that's got 20 pieces, $20. That's a good set also. I noticed there's some precision screwdrivers in here for smaller things. It's nice to have them. There's a couple of stubbies up here. That's good too. So as I said, I've had good luck with Husky, so I think that's a pretty decent set to buy if you don't have screwdrivers. I mean, I would kind of recommend if you don't, and you like going to flea markets or yard sales, you can probably pick up what you want for almost nothing, but it's nice to have some new tools also. So for $20, that's a pretty good buy there. Let's see if there's anything else. All right, here's another Makita set. This is, I think that might be their compact line. I am not positive, LXT, but I may be wrong about that. But again, you have the impact driver and the drill for $149. That's good. Over here we have a compressor kit. So you have the compressor and the hose, and it comes with 3 nail guns. There's a pin nailer that drives very small nails that are used to make used in very small craft projects. There's a brad nailer, a little bit bigger nail, and a finish nailer. For $200, that's a good deal. Porter Cable used to be, that's the brand here. They used to be one of the top end Pro Tool things, and they got taken over. I think it was by Stanley. I'm not positive. And now they kind of have a mix of things. Some of it is still super high quality, and some of it is more consumer level. So they aren't quite the brand they used to be, but this is a good deal. And I think all these pancake compressors, that's what they call them because of the shape of the tank. I think they're all made in the same factory in China, regardless of who you buy it from, because they all look almost exactly the same. Sometimes there's a little difference in the control panel, but they look almost identical, and I'm almost positive this is exactly the same compressor as that Rigid that I bought. So I think you'll have good luck with it. Down here, here's a Milwaukee Brushless impact driver with 2 amp-hour batteries. If you just need the impact driver, you don't need the whole kit. That's a good price for $99. So you might want to look at that. And let's see. So that's the end of that. So let's go over to Lowe's. And so this is the Lowe's ad. You have to bear with me a little bit. Lowe's didn't arrange this quite as conveniently as Home Depot did. So it's not coming up on the screen quite as nicely. Okay, I don't have any experience with the Craftsman cordless tools. I think they are probably a tad lower on the totem pole compared to the Ryobis. I'm not sure. I think they are definitely consumer level tools, not pro level tools. I haven't tried them, so I can't recommend them, but I can't tell you not to buy them either. They do have a tool set, a mechanics tool set over here down here, a 239 piece standard and metric. That's probably a good set. I have in the old days I used to buy Craftsman mechanic tools all the time. They're no longer part of Sears, obviously, because Sears went out of business. I think they're owned by Stanley now. I haven't bought anything recently, so I don't know about the quality, but I assume that they have tried to keep their quality up to previous levels. So if that's the case, then that's a good price for that set. So again, if you're looking for a mechanic set, that would be that might be a good one to buy. Let's see what we got over here. We have I don't know about Cobalt. I have a couple of their hand tools. They seem just fine. I don't know if I don't know how they hold up in the long run. I think they're just fine as far as I know. Again, I think they're kind of at the hand tools are kind of at the Stanley level, and the power tools are probably comparable to Rigid, or maybe between the Rigid and Ryobi. I'm not 100% positive, but they have Cobalt is the store brand for Lowe's. There's some pliers here that seem to be pretty reasonably priced. They're Craftsman. Again, they're probably decent quality. I saw a more comprehensive set further on down, so I think I'm going to recommend that instead of this one. But I think these are probably perfectly reasonable if you just need one particular type of plier. They got a needle nose here, a tongue and groove plier, or channel locks as they usually call them, because channel lock was the originator of that idea. And there's some diagonal cutters over here, so any of them are probably good, and the price seems to be pretty decent. Let's see what else we have down here. Oh, okay, this is vice grips are important to have. A lot of times you'll have strip nuts or bolts that you need to get out, and really the only way to get a hold on them is with a vice grip, and they're good for general other things too. Here's a 3-piece Cobalt set. It's and it looks like it's got a long nose and two sizes of the regular ones for $13. I think that would be a good buy. So if you need those, I would not hesitate to pick those up. They also have the channel locks, the Cobalt version of them, 3 different sizes for, again, $13. I think that's a good buy. And same thing with their Crescent wrenches. They have a Crescent wrench set here for $13. So if you need Crescent wrenches, it's nice to have the 3 different sizes. So that would be a good purchase there too. Let's go to the next page and see what we got. Sorry about that. This is a little, as I said, this is a little bit clunky, the way they have this laid out. Let's see, and it doesn't go back to the top. Here's that plier set I was talking about. This is a Cobalt, and you got 5 pieces here. There's a lineman's plier, a needle nose, diagonal cutters, a channel lock, and a slip joint plier. That kind of covers pretty much your basic plier needs. So if you do need pliers for $20, that's a good price. Let's go down here further. I've heard good things about these Spider brand bits. I have not purchased any, so I can't really recommend it. But if you want to take a chance, here's 14 pieces of those Spade bits with the screw tip on them for $25. That seems reasonable. So if you're looking for that, that might not be a bad buy. We got a Craftsman Screwdriver Set. This is 25 pieces for $30. I have some of these screwdrivers from many years ago, and I'm still using them, so I think the quality would be fine. And so that's a good bunch. It's not quite as inexpensive as that Husky set we looked at on the Home Depot site, but unless they have changed these over the years, I'm pretty confident that these are good quality. Because mine are 30 years old and I'm still using them. So again, if you need screwdrivers, that seems like a good set. You always need clamps. and there's a 5-piece set of Jorgensen. Jorgensen makes good clamps, and there's a 5-piece set here for $30. If you can swing it, that would be a good set to have. They have another set over here with the easy ones. Those are one-handed, easy to use, and that's for $30 also. So either one of those clamp sets would be good to have. If you have no clamps, either that would be great to have either one of them. Let's go down a little bit further. Those are some smaller. Here's there's a couple of mechanics tool sets here, and they're $50. For $99, you're going to get more than twice as much tools here. For example, this is 51 pieces, and this one's 71. And those other tool sets were over 200. Now, some of the pieces in the 200 are small. They're little bits and things, but still, for that price, if you can swing it, you'd be better off going with the $99 set than this. Let's see what's on this side. Again, I'm not sure about the Craftsman cordless tools. I think they're kind of at the Ryobi level, or just maybe a little bit lower than that. Here's a 20-volt set with 8 tools for $279. The fact that there's that many tools for $279 leads me to believe that that might be slightly lower on the totem pole than the Ryobis, but you're probably just fine for do-it-yourself. You got a flashlight, a circular saw, drill, impact driver, little sander, multi-tool, a saber saw, and a full-size, again, reciprocating saw. Actually, for a homeowner or just a general DIYer, that's probably a really good buy. I haven't personally looked at them. Look them over if you get a chance, and you're probably not going to go wrong with that price. Here's another compressor, and again, there's the compressor set with the 3 nail guns. As you can see from the ad, it's almost identical to that Porter cable and the rigid. I'm pretty sure they're all made in the same factory, and the nail guns look exactly the same too, except these are red for Craftsman instead of orange for rigid. So regardless of where you buy it, if you need a compressor or you want to get the set with the nail guns, either store would be fine. Let's see what we got down here. We have, I don't see the brand on these drill bits, so I'm not sure what they are. So I think we'll skip that. Let's go over. Again, I apologize for this crazy scrolling thing here. Let's see what you got. This is Cobalt. Again, I don't have any experience with the cordless tools. I don't know how they are. They're probably just fine. I would probably not start with them as far as I know the other brands. I know Ryobi is good in the more moderate price one, and I know Makita and Milwaukee are good on the higher price ones. So I don't think you would go wrong buying the Cobalt or the Craftsman, but I just don't have experience with them. Another good screwdriver set. Here's a 20-piece set for $20. This is Cobalt. Again, has the precision screwdrivers in there. Has a beer bottle opener instead of the 2 little stubby screwdrivers. I think that's an excellent substitution. You may want to look into that one. Flex is a new brand. I don't know what they're about. They seem to be priced similar to the pro brands, Milwaukee and Makita. So I don't have any background on them. I'm not positive how they are, so I can't really say much. I already talked about DeWalt. Metabo are good tools. I have several Metabo tools. They used to be called Hitachi, so I have a combination of Hitachi and Metabo ones. They're sturdy. I would consider them pro level, even though they are a little bit less expensive than some of the Milwaukee or Makita sets. I like this drill and driver set here. This is brushless, so that's very good to have. And these have 3 amp-hour batteries instead of the 1.5 that come in most of those basic kits. And I know that, as I said, I know the Metabo tools are good and sturdy, so I would not hesitate to buy that. In fact, that might be the if you're just concerned with the drill and the driver, that might be the best kit of all. I don't know what how extensive their line of cordless tools is. The Milwaukee line and the Makita and Ryobi lines they have a lot of tools available. So I'm not sure about Metabo, so that would be something you want to look into. But as far as getting 2 quality tools and 2 decent batteries, that is a really good price. So $129 for that set. If Metabo has other tools that you like, or and you're happy with that, then I would not hesitate to go with this. If I had no cordless tools, I would definitely look at this. And they also have a 7-piece set for $3.99. These are also brushless, which is nice. Got a grinder. If you don't do any metal work, it won't use that very much. But if you're doing any work on the car or anything like that, you will definitely need that. There's a multi-tool, a impact driver, a drill, of course, circular saw, mini reciprocating saw, and there's a light here. So I think that's a good deal. As I said, I'm pretty sure that that's going to be quality tools, and that would cover almost all your needs. Let me just look through here. I'm not sure there's any more tools in their flyer. Let me just bear with me here for a second. I think this is all decorations and household goods, appliances. Oh, okay, there's a little bit here on this last page. Let's see if there's anything good for us. Insect repellent gun, that looks interesting. Don't think it's a necessity though. They do have a power miter saw. It's a small one, 7 1/4 inch Craftsman, on sale for $99. That's kind of small, the capacity. However, if you were doing real small projects like picture frames and things like that, it might be a good buy. I don't know about the quality because I don't own one of them. I think Ryobi has a similar saw for roughly the same price. So I probably could recommend that. I'm not sure about this one. It might be fine. Let's see what else we got here. Anything good? It's handy to have one of these little platforms to stand on. When you're working inside the house, most of the time you don't actually need a step ladder. You just need to get up a step or two. And that's that would be handy to have. However, I do caution you about one thing. Werner is a good company. They make very good ladders, but this one only has a capacity of 250 pounds. It'll hold more than that. That's a safe capacity, but I weigh 220, and I tell you a little story. I had an aluminum ladder that was rated for 225. That's kind of a basic rating on ladders. And I was putting a real heavy box up in the attic. So I'm standing on it, and the ladder all of a sudden felt wobbly. I thought maybe I hadn't set it down evenly on all 4 feet, and I was about to come down and check it. And all of a sudden I found myself standing on the floor looking at a ladder that was twisted like a pretzel. So it's better to have more capacity than less. So even if you aren't very heavy, I would recommend that you get when you buy ladders and you buy items like this step, go for the 300-pound capacity rather than the 225 or 250. All right, that looks like that's all the tools there are there. I tried to look at Menards, and I don't know if I was looking in the right place. They didn't seem to have a Black Friday ad. They generally don't carry an enormous amount of tools anyway, as far as I can see, at least in the store. And but I love Menards. I think it's probably the easiest place to shop of all the big box places. As far as I know, there may be other chains out west or down south that I'm not aware of. I'm in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area, so we have Lowe's and Home Depot, obviously the biggies, but there are some Menards around, and I do like shopping there. But I didn't see anything as far as a Black Friday ad, and I didn't. When I looked in the stores, I didn't think their tool selection was quite as extensive as the other two. So, but if you do see any bargains there, you can take a look. I know they had some Metabo tools, and I think they carried Milwaukee also, so they may have some bargains as well. Anyway, that's my Black Friday shopping review. I hope this was helpful to you. If you were, as I said, if you're buying any tools for as gifts or for yourself, it's a good time of year to buy things. There's now and Father's Day are usually the two biggest tool bargain times of the year. So take a look and see if there's anything you need. And I basically went over the basic tools that would be helpful to you. And if you don't have much and you want to stock up, it's a good time to do it. So happy holidays to everybody. Thanks for watching. See you next time.